Okay, I'm back. Hello. I made it. I survived. It happened. Sorry, I had to run down quickly to get a snack so that I don't fall over. So that's why I had to do that. Also, I don't understand why this is not doing what it ought to be doing. Okay, I don't get it, but I don't have time to fix it right now. Anyway, it is good to see everybody. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Had to run down 3 flights, grab something, run upstairs, run back in, run up 3 flights, and so I'm here. But we're here and we're ready to go for day 2 of ArvCon 2026 as we continue to roll on. We are sitting right now at $1,382.10 as we move into... There we go. That's working. As we move into the next segment of our day, which is going to be, oh my God, Al Madden has donated $10. $13.92.10 is what we are up to. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Al Madden. And let us keep it going. $1,392.10. We are trying to get up to $5,500. So we're really trying to push to make major gains today. So thank you so much, Al Madden, for doing this and make this happen. I did bring snacks earlier, Echo. So we will do the best that we can to be able to continue to push and do what we need to. But it is here. I know a lot of people are huge fans of Buy the Dice Roll, as am I, of course. And it is great to be able to be back with them today. So I am going to unmute myself so that they know we are ready to go. And then I am going to unmute them. And then I'm going to head over to reveal to you, if I have done this properly, yes, indeed. We are looking at the Buy the Dice Roll screen, although you might be saying to yourself, that doesn't look like there's a lot going on that screen. Just see some, what if I told you it was like this and like that and like that? There we go. There's all the characters that you know and love as we continue on with Ghosts of Saltmarsh with Buy the Dice Roll. Super excited for this. I will mention to everyone, just as we get started, that for this segment, again, we are trying to do everything we possibly can to build our donation totals as we head towards 5,500. So why am I mentioning all of that? Well, for one very simple reason, because we have special segment giveaway totals. The top donor in each segment will get something special. So what I heard from Wholesome Horror Gaming is that he has an extra copy of this. Now, I've shown this off before, and of course, all the members here, I think, except maybe Bruce. I don't know whether Bruce got a copy of this.
I did.
Oh, you did get a copy. Good, I'm glad. So this is Saltmarsh, Jewel of Kaelin's Coast. Mike had this made for us, and I always try to put this in the background. He handed this out when we saw each other in London a couple of years ago. So I am always really excited to be able to show it off. So Mike has an extra one of these, and Mike is giving away this to the top donor of this segment. So the top donor overall gets a huge prize pack, including a Dragonbane Core rules set, including a spectacular photograph that is of the Olympic Cascade Range in Washington. This is set on metal with a stand. It is also the background to Prince Justin's the 13th icon. It is a really amazing, amazing photo. I have another copy of this wrapped and ready to go, so that has not been touched by human hands. But this is just an example of what you're going to receive. That's for the overall top donor. But the top donor in today's segment is going to get this. So if you want one of these amazing Saltmarsh, Jewel of Kaelin's Coast, and who would not want that, then you know what to do. Will we make this group by the dice roll the top earner for the top segment earner for ArvCon 2026? I believe they can do it. But if you want to do the same, exclamation point donate, just as Al Madden did just now, is what you need to do. So please do that. I will be making continual references to this throughout the session. I apologize in advance for anyone who may find that obnoxious, but I've got to do it because it matters to everybody, including me. That said, I am now happy to introduce to you the amazing players of By the Dice Roll, and I will start with a person at the bottom left all the way over who was playing us something awesome from a new instrument love, or I should say an old instrument love that is returned to be a love, so to speak. And that, of course, is Pyron J. It's good to see you, Pyron. Do you want to just tell everyone what a cool thing you got and then who you're playing today?
Now that I've kind of giving the permission, yes, I totally want to tell
I had
everybody.
a feeling.
So, as I've learned today, it's like this is not only a German thing, but in a lot of places, young primary school age children learn to play the recorder. And so did I when I was a young primary school age child. And I've taken it up again. Because, yeah, I had a lot of things happening like in the last years, and I felt like I needed a hobby. And so this is like a thing that is small, will not take up a lot of space and all of this. And so I actually started playing the recorder again. And when we celebrated Christmas on Easter, which is a totally different story, but it worked out really, really well, my family actually gifted me a tenor recorder. And if you know tenor recorders, they're like really, really big and made out of wood, and they're like this about.
Yes. Good
And
size.
you need like big hands to play them, and my hands are like average size, and so I never got to that. And they kind of don't sound so as annoying as the little sopran. Is it sopran? What is the word in English? I don't know. The small ones that the children play. And so I got one that is actually for small fingers. This is. Can you just? I'm just gonna put it in front of my face. And so like this is a Seagull recorder, and I just already showed it because the windway in this one is like folded, so it goes like this and then like this, and then the air comes out here.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so it actually sounds like a real tenor, so like dark and deep and everything. But even if you have like hands like mine, you can still play it. It's 3D printed. I'm just gonna like do like a little like toot, and you can hear the toot.
Okay, you want to play the toot? Go ahead. Yep.
It's like so cool.
You literally were starting to play. You were about to play the Shire theme. Da, 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 da. I swear to God, it was that way. Also, Geister just came in $100 donation. Thank you, Geister. That brings us up to $14.92.10 for a great cause and a great group. Geister, I don't know if you were here when I said this puts you in the lead for this coveted thing: a picture of a lighthouse, a simple-looking coast, and Saltmarsh, Jewel of Kaelin's Coast. That puts you in the lead as the top donator. But we have a whole segment to go. People can pass Geister, and also, you don't have to donate $100. Any amount of money is appreciated. But thank you so much for that, Geister. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to assume that's because Pyron is showing us the recorder. So that's why.
I misclicked. I'm sorry. But we're here for D&D today, and I'm playing Waves Crashing Against Rock, the Kenku Paladin. It's a dex-based paladin. It's a little bit of a different build, and currently a really, really wet bird because we're like underwater, I think.
That is yes. You have that's correct. You have been underwater, dealing with a water breathing spell. Also thinking about the heading towards secret doors that are underwater. But yes, pretty much.
So I'm
Um,
an underwater bird now, which is kind of the closest thing I'll ever be to a penguin, and penguins are awesome. So this is wonderful, and I hope I get out of this alive. Thank you.
Yes, and we talked actually about penguins last time in the session, so penguins came up repeatedly. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Pyron. I'm glad to see that thing with the recorder. That's very cool. Moving right along, it is, of course, our good friend Dark Saber 2K who is with us. And stuff I will say to Saber, who will appreciate this, that one of our sponsors, Nomad Games, of course, is responsible for doing a lot of the Talisman digital editions and was talking about, and I quote, a lot of exciting new stuff in the pipeline for Talisman, end quote. So I bring
Did
that
this
up.
launch a new game mode?
Yeah, that right. I don't know, but as a fellow lover of this game, I thought I would mention that. In any case, though, it is great to have Saber with us for the first time. The poor guy does not need to deal with a dashboard. I did that all that myself this time. But it's good to see it. Do you see you, Saber? How's everything with you? And who are you playing today?
Still plodding along as I always do, and now I'm back here as Mirthwill, a dwarven artificer of some skill and many tricky gadgets, which I'm usually having to fling out in a panic when things go wrong.
That's true. But they're always a controlled panic, though. Like it always has a positive effect on the panic sometimes, or contributes to it.
But on the bright side, there's very unlikely to be an acid pit trap in an underwater tunnel.
That is a good point. I just had, in our last session when I was playing, a terrifying encounter with a gelatinous cube in space. Do not recommend.
Ran into one of them in esoteric ebb as well.
Yeah, no, don't like that. Don't like that. Anyway, but it's a pleasure to have Saber with us. Thanks for being with us again. It is also a pleasure to have now Wholesome Horror Gaming, unfortunately, is not able to be with us today for a variety of very good reasons. But we will just say that we are, as always, happy to have Mike back with us next month, and all that sort of thing. We will have someone, probably, I think Pyron will be Jaegering Silvo, because Silvo is going to be someone important to this. But
spelling him out.
exactly. And we're going to be talking about something that's going to help with the donation level in just a minute with that possibly. But that person that you see there is not Wholesome Horror Gaming. It is actually Fleos. It is good to have Fleos with us because it is a weekend, which means we're able to get this busy teacher back with us. So it's great to see you, Fleos, playing Oceanus again. So I'm super excited about that. Do you want to tell us more about Oceanus? And also, do you want to tell us how you're doing and how everything is going? Wait, before you do that, Effect Life has just donated $47.90. Is Team Chaos versus Order still a thing? Doing my annual duty to help here today. It is a thing, and I was hoping that we could get these things rolling. So thank you for restoring some order. We are up to $1,540. That is amazing. $47.90. Team Chaos, Team Order. Order has been restored, but for how long? Thank you so much, Effect Life. I really appreciate that. Good to see you. All right. So as I was saying, Fleos, it's good to see you. Anything about Oceanus and about how you're doing? How's Tricks by you?
Well, Oceanus, he is a sea elf warrior sidekick, I think they call him. I should have brought up my character sheet there. Now level 6, technically should probably add a few hit points to that.
I would think.
Probably not many. I accidentally rolled a d8 in there. And if you want me to take that natural one to offset all the high rolls everyone else got in their HP rolls, I'll take it. But if not, we'll worry about that in a minute.
Okay.
But I get a second attack. He gets a second attack, which is always exciting, at least for someone who likes to hit things. As for me, I realized that I forgot to mention that I have a new puppy, which isn't that new anymore. She's
wow. Yeah, bury the lead.
Yeah, she's sitting quietly right there because the rest in a kennel because the rest of my family is gone, and she is not super great at just sitting still on her own yet. Hopefully that'll change, but I expect by the end of the stream I'll be able to shore off just a little bit.
That is really exciting. Congratulations on that. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been good. And yeah, let's leave it on a positive note. That's enough for me for now.
I hear you. Good to have you here as always, Fleos. Thank you.
It's great to be here.
Also good to have Inanda with us. Inanda's here, a second puppy owner. I got not the out of let me see. We have a grand total of 3 puppy owners, I believe. We have some people who also own cats, but we've got 3 puppy owners here now. But Ananda is one of them. It's good to see you, Ananda. I hope all is well with you. I have heard it is fairly hot in your neck of the woods. I've heard that rumor. Can you confirm? And who are you playing today?
Yes, I am currently melting. So if you see me slightly dissolve or wilt during the stream, that's why. The biggest question I have for Flaos is what breed of puppy do you have? I mean, these are the
Right.
important
I should
questions.
have said that. I apologize. She is a Bichon Shih Tzu Schnauzer mixed. She started off black with like a white dip on her tail, but it's starting to actually silver up a bit, which is a little unexpected, and a little brown in the beard.
You can come back later.
She's changing color as the days go by. It's quite interesting. So, yeah, she's small.
Oh, yes, I agree with Pie.
Ish.
Puppy pics, please. And what is her name?
I'm terrible at this. Her name is Penny.
Aw,
Oh,
See a penny, you pick
Penny
her up.
puppy. Penny
How's it go?
puppy.
If you see a penny and pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. There you go. So,
Nice.
absolutely. I
Thanks
look
for
forward to
asking.
seeing pics. As for me, yes, I'm melting. I've got the doors open behind me. So I might have to go and puppy field at some point this evening. So apologies if that happens. But yeah, other than that, I am ticking along. I'm coming to the end of my first year of retraining. I've just done my final essay, which I'm really happy with. So yeah, big exhale before hopefully the next couple of years happen. But yeah, I am hot in not a fun way. But I'm playing Brian the Bloodthirsty this evening. Hopefully the thought of being in very, very cool water will help. She's a water genasi fighter pirate. We are currently underwater, which myself and Green, I believe, have a slight advantage that we don't have to use spells to be able to breathe there, but it's still very, very tricky. So yeah, hoping for no imminent deaths this evening.
That's a good thing to hope for. Also, I want to thank Pirate Jade and Ebenezer, whose comment is Team Chaos as $33.33 goes to bring us to the total of the very chaotic total of $1,573.33, which means order. You got to restore it, team. Like that's how this works. You know, you can't let that stuff just sort of sit out there. Team Chaos with our own strike back. Thank you, Pyron Jade, really, you and Ebenezer both for that, and thank you, Ananda, for hanging in there despite the heat. Hopefully we'll keep you constituent parts together and not melted by the time we get to the end. Always a pleasure to have Ananda with us, and also a pleasure, of course, to have undeveloped Bruce with us. Most of you have seen Bruce on here a lot more recently in Dragonbane, playing the inimitable Frogor. But I actually, as much as I love Frogor, and I really do, I've been looking forward to some of Bruce's incredible stylings with Green tonight, so I'm excited for that. But how are you doing, Bruce? How's everything with you? You're kind of you're a veteran puppy owner. I mean, listen, your dogs are hugely important, have been for a while. This is not some new thing. But how are you doing? How's everything by you? And who are you playing today?
Everything's going well. I've never had a puppy, actually. I've only ever got adult dogs. Puppies are way too much work for me. I'd rather get the dog at the point that they're ready to receive training and do it, and not, I'm not a puppy person. But I have, I think, adopted 2 snakes since we last did this Dungeons and Dragons Saltmarsh campaign. So now I have 2 dog noodles and 4 snake noodles. So very noodly household. But yeah, anyway, I'm very pleased to be able to be here as part of ArvCon. I have had 2 friends pass away from cancer in the last 5 years, and my siblings' brain tumor returned, and so they're going for more surgery next month. Yeah. And it can be like a really hopeless thing. You feel so powerless. So doing things like this and fundraising is so powerful because it's something you can do, and that there are, groups out there like Damon Runyon Trust who are actually helping, and helping us to make cancer less of a bad thing, in the future. So yeah, I'm feeling good to be here, and I will be playing green. Don't know why I keep playing green characters, but that's it. I think it's my thing now. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. I love this group so much.
Big fan of you as well, Bruce. And yeah, what you said, it's very well said. I'm sorry to hear about your sibling. And this is exactly why I started this 12 years ago, was this sort of helpless feeling that I had and wanted to feel less helpless. There is nothing more inspiring than listening to people like the scientists I had the chance to interview this morning, talking about the work that they're doing and the incredible advancements that they made. As I talked about several times, the HPV vaccine, which has saved tens of thousands of lives, came directly from research that Damon Runyon funded directly. So it is having huge effects in a positive way. So, but I wish all the best for that. And yes, that's exactly why we're doing this thing, which with no further ado means let's get to it. Day 2, D&D with By the Dice Roll, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, as I have called this episode, What Are You Trying to Sahugan? So, I'm sorry, I did what I could, sorry. In our last session, let's fire up a little bit of music here. I think we have, appropriately, we have the Sunken Temple, I believe is the music. In our last session, the members of this intrepid party have descended through the waves to enter a fortress once belonged to lizardmen and now belongs to the Sahugan. And yet the Sahugan, who typically are these shark-like fierce creatures that are capable of doing small little raids on coasts and so forth, but are not organized to pose any real threat. But something has got them organized. Something has got them together to pose a true threat to the people of the coast and the people of Kaeland. And so the party has decided it must do something about it, and must do something, of course, for each other. And so they have come down to this fortress where they have discovered several things. First of all, they discovered a set of prison cells down here, one of which contained Borgus, who you can see right here on your screen, and sadly, his giant eel, who is no longer with us. The giant eel was killed by the Sahugan, and Borgus has sworn vengeance, which I think we all hope he will receive. They also, however, met a Triton known as Kish, and Triton's trained sea lion, Coral. And that is more of a sort of warrior kind of individual that may be able to help. So much so that we can talk about the donation that just came through from Team... Let me see. Team what? Team Order just delivered $26.67 to bring us to $1,600. I love it. Thank you so much. Keep it up. Team Chaos, the ball's in your court. But thank you so much to whoever Team Order is for that. I appreciate it. And again, so far, still out front for this coveted Saltmarsh Kaeland, Jewel of Kaeland's Coast, is Geister with 100. So you know what to do, everybody. Thank you so much for that donation. So they sent out Silvo, and I believe it was Silvo and Brine, or was it Brine and Waves? It was Brine and Waves.
It was me and Waves.
It was Brine and Waves, sorry. Brine and Waves went out and did a lot of scouting all around everywhere until they ended up finding a secret door. And this secret door is something which, frankly, Waves thinks is really important, and so came back and said, we all need to go to this secret door. And so the entire party decided, rather than splitting the party, which, in the past there's rumors that hasn't always ended well, is decided to sort of join with each other to be able to go and find this secret door. But just before that happens, I do need to mention that just before that happens, you hear the sound, specifically Waves and Morthwill, and I suppose Silvo, who I will give control of to... let me see. Let me give Silvo's control to Pyron. 1 second. Silvo. Okay, there's that. And yes, go ahead. Roll 20. Okay, edit. Oh, it's already in your journal, so you can control it already, Pyron. I'm sorry. So you should have control over Silvo's token as well. Can you confirm that you can move?
Let me check. Silver's token.
If not, I can. Yeah, you can.
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
can.
Great. All right.
He is
So
in my hand.
So
or in my mouth.
Silvo, Morthwheel, and Waves, you do hear the sound of very clear swimming or splashing or something coming from the tunnel out of this cell right here.
So from behind us, from the open sea.
Yep. Something coming towards you.
That's where we put the body of the eel.
Yeah, we dragged it out.
Maybe
I'm
something
fairly certain
sort.
it's dead, though.
Something is definitely not dead in there.
I tried to close the cell door.
Okay. You can do that if you want. You probably would need to make... No, you wouldn't need to make a strength check, I think. You can close that. You mean the inner cell door, right? Like this thing here, or do you mean the outside door? Actually, the inner cell door is kind of not easy to close, so maybe you would mean this one, the actual bars.
Yeah, the actual door.
Okay. Oceanus, you, having come down to find what you know were your companions coming down this way, Oceanus, you passed the body of a giant eel that was floating outside the entrance. And when you saw the eel, it turned and looked at you and opened its eyes, and it said, "Thank you for the donation to the Allen family. Let chaos reign." And then it fell asleep again. It didn't actually do that, but it is 16:14 and 47 cents. Team Chaos has returned. So Team Order, the ball is in your court. Thank you so much for the donation, everybody. Let's keep it up. I'd love to see it. Okay. So, Oceanus, you saw this giant sea eel, and just sort of looking at it quickly, you could tell that this was a creature that had been, it wasn't an accident. Something killed this eel. And it is floating right outside, quite literally, this area of the, right here, right outside. And so as you come down, I don't know if you want to stop to explore the eel more or if you just want to go through, but this is where you have been told your previous companions have come.
I think Oceanus will just give it a quick look to see what may have caused the deceasement.
It looks like, if you could look, jagged holes indicative of spears and tridents, many of them.
Okay. Oceanus will say a quick prayer for it, and then go down the path.
When you come around here, you can see that there is a slight opening. It's a jar. This like stone slab has been pushed out of the way. And beyond it, you think you might see bars, but you don't actually know until you get down to it, and then you would be able to, like, you go through, and then you'd be able to see what's on the other side.
All right. Oceanus is going to try and stealthily, I guess he should have gone stealthily to begin with, but now that there's definitely an opening, he's going to go stealthily.
Let me have a stealth check
toward
for me,
that
please.
entry. Sure. Where are you, button? There you are. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is that at advantage?
No, it doesn't. I don't know why it rolled both, but it would be a 5. You are in this armor, so you all hear a kind of clanging and clanking as something starts to push its way through the door.
Does it sound anything like Will banging off cliffs as I drag him through the water?
I think that was a very appropriate comp, yes.
I'm staying very still, thank you very much. It's not me.
Pushing through the door, you see the figure of Oceanus, who looks at you dramatically and says, "Team order is restored. I have been saving up to maintain order all year. Y'all will never defeat me." 35 and 53, $1,650. Thank you so much to Team Order. I love every bit of this. Okay, so yes, you see Oceanus on the other side.
Hello.
How you doing, you old pirate?
So I wanted to say I'm happy to see him.
Silvo, you're not looking so well. You okay? Is that blood coming out of your nose? And eyes? And ears?
It's fine. It's getting washed away by the water. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, that's a relief.
I saw an eel back there. Was that your work?
We
It was
didn't
a
do it.
nasty. Oh,
I know we say this a
Oh.
lot, but it was like that when we got here.
Yeah, sadly
It's-
not. It was a casualty.
oh.
It's a sore topic. His best friend is here.
Oh. I'm sorry for your lost cousin.
What's his name again? Barotus.
Green also will just take this opportunity as Oceanus has come up to just, give him a quick little prestidigitation clean as he goes by.
Is that a new shell, Green? You look good.
I have been polishing it. Thank you for noticing. Nobody else did notice.
Oh, maybe they were just so enamored by its look they forgot to tell you. I'm sorry that they did, though, because it looks great.
Kish, the Triton, you don't know his name is Kish yet, of course, but you see this fairly impressive looking Triton come up and, not push through, but just sort of gently push around. And looks you up and down, Oceanus, and says actually in Aquan, it is good to see you. You are a sea elf. We have need of more of you here. I am Kish, and my mount, Coral.
Hi, Coral. Hi, Kish. I'm Oceanus, son of the king of the sea elves, whose name I've forgotten because he's my father, and I only call him Dad. I've been trying my best. I've seen the difficulties that we have here. I think we have a chance to get everyone united against this threat. The sea elves, they're coming around. I expect we'll get more. So, perhaps your hopes have hope.
From behind you, Oceanus, you also hear a. Did you say you saw an eel?
I did see an eel of gigantic proportions. It was majestic and beautiful. I suspect he was your friend.
He was. But I am glad that you saw His Majesty. I have sworn a blood oath. The pieces of his attackers will float for the creatures of the coral to scavenge for the next 100 years.
You have my trident in that. And Oceanus pulls up Britannia and goes,
Very
flourishes
impressive.
it or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, very impressive.
Show me the way, and I'm with you. Or what's the plan, team? Maybe I shouldn't just come in here and shoot off.
Wow.
Well, we're supposed to be gathering some information more than anything so that we can report back to the Allied forces.
We've gathered a fair bit, but we haven't explored everywhere. We know that just around the corner from here, Waves and I went for a little explore. It was quite complicated because we can't communicate. And we were invisible. So Waves grabbed my coat and we went for a little jaunt. We know that currently we've seen about 125 enemies total. There's an arena where there is a kind of in charge looking Sahugan who seems to be dictating what happens. But what was really interesting is when we went past the shark-filled room, there was a picture, and behind the picture there was a secret room. But after talking like mind to mind with Silvo, he's very good at this. We decided that we all should go together rather than Waves and I venturing on alone. So yeah, that's kind of where we are.
Lead on, Captain.
Okay, are we? Oh, I can't remember because I didn't write down how long the spell lasts. Are Waves and I going to be invisible for much longer?
I think invisibility, I should double check, is probably
It's
10 minutes.
1 hour.
Oh, it's 1 hour.
It was about to wear off.
Ask me
when,
how I know.
Oh, yeah. That's fair enough. So then probably it would have worn off, I imagine, by the time you go. Because you were also being stealthy or trying to be all the way down. And as if we zoom out the map for just a second for chat, they explored a lot, relatively speaking, all while trying to keep silent because the idea is not so that they can defeat 100 plus whatever it is Sahugin, but so they can let the people of the coast know before the assault begins.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the invisibility that was about to wear off or whatever's helping Waves to breathe.
I think it's both, to be honest. Because if I remember right, the breathe underwater was 1 hour as well.
Yeah, that
But
sounds about right.
That's right. But then but the breathe, but then it could be restored. You could re-up it, let us say, to be able to do that.
Okay, so
yeah.
who down here needs to breathe and might not be able to soon?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good.
I was gonna say, seeing no one, I just get Waves is like frantically like.
I got my cloak of the mancer, right?
Okay.
Waves seems to be having a fit. Sorry, Gordon, go ahead.
I
You're
can
choking.
hold my breath for 1 hour, or if someone is trying to eat me, 1 hour and 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Don't ask me how I know.
Okay, does anyone have any ideas as to how we can maybe extend that length of time for the immediate future? Or do we need to find somewhere where people need to maybe have a bit of a nap or a rest beforehand?
So, looking at Silvo's character sheet, he does have water breathing spell and can do it on up to 10 targets. There are no spells marked off, so I
have
guess
got a
it's
note.
available.
We were given 5 healing potions, and I've got a note that someone mentioned that they can count as air. So I've got that noted as well when we came down here.
Where did I actually get my water breathing from? Didn't I get it from Silvo? Does anybody remember?
I honestly don't recall if it was through a potion or through Silvo.
Silvo gave it to you. He
Was
used
it
a
Silvo?
spell.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was he touched. Yeah.
Then we are fine because the duration of that spell is 24 hours.
Ah,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misremembered.
No worries. I just had to look it up.
if you were smart, you would have cast that as a ritual.
No immediately unheroic dying. So, yeah.
So could Silvo potentially cast that on Green to prevent having to surface?
I pick up Silvo
That was done.
and point him in the right direction. Oh, it was done. Okay, then.
Silva did it to himself and to Green and to Waves.
Excellent news.
Awesome.
I think the invisibility possibly isn't going to spread around everyone, though. Is that right?
Single target that she can touch.
Fair. Then I suggest we be very, very quiet.
Yes.
Before we go, I want to kind of, I believe, this room, Waves and I drew a map on the wall of the caverns that we'd explored and what we'd seen.
Yep.
And then Green went and cleaned the wall. So we had to find a different wall to redraw it on. so that we could show everyone where we'd been and what we'd seen, and where the secret room was, which was up the stairs, as I recall. But down in this room here, there was also some sharks circling and potentially some loot. So I just want to kind of reiterate that before we head off.
You turn around and find that your map's gone again.
Is it really cheeky to draw it on the back of green shell? No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, them's fighting words, I think.
Yeah, it was an errant thought that Brian had that immediately was quelled by just knowing green.
This action would not bring you inner peace.
Quite the opposite. Okay. Should we head off?
Yes.
Okay, then.
All right,
Remember, everyone, to stay calm.
Okay. As you are making your way back to where the secret door is, I do need a stealth check from everybody. Again, this is a group stealth, so the idea is to get more people stealthy than not as we get here. I think Borges, unless you ask him to, will probably stay behind. But Kish and Coral will come with you. All right, so we got a 16 for Brian. We've got a 6 for Morthwill. We've got a 4 for Oceanus. We've got an 18 for Waves. And we've got a 7 for Green. Wait. Waves, are you... Or was that a disadvantage? You rolled twice, it looked like.
I tried to roll for Silvo.
Oh, I see. So Silvo's got it. So
Six.
Silvo's a 6 and you're an 18.
Okay.
Did I understand that?
Yeah, Silvo got a critical fail.
Okay, so if
Sorry already.
let me add this all up. So Brian succeeded, Waves succeeded, Morthwill, Green, Oceanus, and Silvo failed. And let's see about how Kish did.
Green's voice is like bouncing around in the water. To stay calm, you must think of a calm water all around you, such as there actually is right now. So you don't even need to use your imagination. Calm waters. And don't think about the 2 sharks or the Sahugan enemy who will fall upon us and tear us to shreds if they hear us.
shreds.
Morthwell's just sort of going up, bouncing, hitting the ceiling. Then he's like, swimming down, hitting the floor.
So there is, you make a lot of noise as you come to this corner. You'll be happy to know, however, that this is probably the only corner where you could afford to miss a stealth check because you are near a very loud arena. Where there is plenty of noise coming from the combat down below. That, however, will not be the case the farther you get away from it. So, as the kids say, get good when you get to your next stealth check so that we don't have this problem again. But it does not seem to attract obvious attention. So, I'm just moving things down this way as we're moving, I think, over here, if I understand what the plan correctly. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do that so we can see. The unbearable sloshing. Exactly. The unbearable sloshing of being. Okay. So, I will need another one when we get to, let's see. Another one when we get to about here. So we'll need another group stealth from everybody there.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Well,
Bonk.
oh,
Bonk.
Green. Oh, no. Clang, clang, clang. Okay. So far, Morthwill, Green, and Oceanus, not so much. Waves with a come back. Don't call it a comeback. Brian with a 13. Waves with a 24. What about Silvo, Waves? $10 is very close. Let's see whether or not Kish comes together this time. As you're coming around here, Silvo is about to sort of like you like as you sort of turn around at one point, Waves, you can see that Silvo is about to go slamming into the wall. Seems a little bit distracted today, like he's not all there maybe. But just in the nick of time, Kish stops him from smashing into the wall and says, "We must be silent and steady. There are creatures about that wish us ill," he says to Silvo.
Green slows and he turns around and he goes, shh.
Okay. And just as that happens, there is a loud trumpet sound in the water. Hillness contributes with Chaos Must Reign, the Ghosts Demand It. $34.43. Thank you again, Hillness, bringing us to $16.84.43. $16.84.43. Team Chaos returns to the glory of chaosness. Thanks, Hillness, again. Love it. Some serious action here. I love to see it. You love to see it. Let's get past 2000 and beyond. Let's keep it up. Okay. So as you come to this door, now I guess the question is now, Waves, you and Brian were both here, and you knew that there was something like these helpfully drawn drawings of sharks that you can see that were floating down here. So the question, I guess, is what do you want to do about the sharks that are supposedly in this area? Or do you just want to walk in and,
I thought we were going to that secret door.
We're moving up because we need to take the stairs. So
Oh.
what I will do is like swim by the doorway as quickly as possible, like.
Okay.
And then up the stairs.
Okay.
And if I have to grab Silvo and like pull him along, I will.
Okay. You do his body slamming against the wall. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring all of you. I'm going to make a copy of all of you. I'm going to copy all of you and paste. That's all that you are. Just tokens. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm unique.
Okay. We're going to move you over to here. And I'm going to bring you on
You're the token Canadian.
here. Oh, wow. That worked. Wow. Nice work, Pyron. That works on so many levels. It's, of course, absolutely abysmal right now. Instead, I want to think of myself as the token American because Canadians are better people than we are.
They're moving away from the secret door. I'm going to pull them back.
I know, but this is all I can do to fit everyone in. So fear not. Okay, let's get everyone over here. All right, and I'm going to zoom in chat for you. Got a lot of windows open, so bear with me. I will zoom in.
It's not like it's the desert where we accidentally ended up like spread out over 500 feet.
Oh, God. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, whoops, scale is a thing. Okay. So you're only coming to here, I think it is, right? Just basically before the turn in the passageway. Is that right, Waves?
Yeah, I'm going to point like really expressively at the wall and make like opening motion like here's the secret door. Like.
Psych. Sorry.
And then I'm going to open it with a flourish.
Okay. When you open it with a flourish, you reveal this little area that leads to an area that ends at another something or other.
Yeah, I'm going in and motion to people to follow me. I will drag Silvo along.
Sorry, can I just ask how big are these spaces? Like, are the big squares 10 feet or like 5? Like, how big is this area that we're in?
The squares are, I want to double check the map token. I think they are 10 feet. Yes, 10 feet squares.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Okay. So now you're going to open this door that you know to be, whoops, there we go, that you know to be secret. And waves, you're doing that right ahead of you, yes?
No, I'm gonna point to Mothwell and like point him towards the door, like have a look at it.
You should
I
probably
don't
check
trust
it out for
anything
ways.
anymore.
Okay.
Should probably check it out for ways to open it and traps.
Okay. How about an
So-
investigation check for me,
You
please?
can wrestle up one of them, sure.
At the mention of traps, Green moves as far away as he can from this door. No, thank you.
Seems safe. You do see where the door actually is, although it's pretty well concealed, Morthwill. Also, you don't have a lot of detail on this, but there is something a little odd about this door relative to the construction around it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is, but something about this feels different from the rest of the wall construction that you've seen to this point.
In that case, I would like to employ my stone cunning to make a check relating to the origin of stonework, which will
Excellent.
give me double proficiency bonus.
Let's have you do that investigation check again then with that double proficiency bonus. Good stuff.
That's gonna be 14. Jeez. So +7 on top of whatever I roll. That's a 21 with the extra proficiency.
Yeah, this door is new. You would say that this door probably has been put in within the last couple of weeks, if you had to guess.
This is recent. You can see the grain on the stone. This has been not worn down by the water, I reckon. Like, as you can see here, this side clearly been here a while. Water's worn it away. You can't see the chisel work. But this one, you can practically hear the hammering.
Can I
See, I'm just pointing at it like everyone can see this. Like, it's blatantly
Obviously, yeah, you all see a
obvious.
stone
As you can
wall.
see, come on, it's plain as the nose on my face.
at Morthwill's comment of you can actually hear the hammering? I'm actually going to put my ear to the door and really, really listen.
Okay, let me get a... It is a stone door. Let me give you I'll give you a perception check at -2. Wait a second. Go ahead and do that. But also I heard that sound, that sweet, sweet sound. Team order is returned. $15.57, bringing us to $1,700. Let's go. $1,700. I love it. Amazing. Also, team order has returned.
With the -2, I scored a massive 3.
Massive 3. You hear the sound of, there's the sound of water rippling, and at first you're like, oh, and then you realize that's the water between your ear and the stone. You think, Brian?
I think I hear it. No, that's just the normal water sounds. No, I really can't hear the hammering.
I was kind of being, what's the word? Metaphorical.
Metaphorical, is that what it's made out of?
Could be. Metaphorical rock.
Yeah, okay.
I've heard
make
it's
a mental
very
note.
strong.
It does sound very strong.
It can be as strong as you need it to be. Metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically speaking.
We keep using this word. I don't think it means what we think it means.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Unless anybody's got any objections, I think we should have a look inside. Like, when I say new, I mean like new, as in maybe 3 weeks old.
So since they took over this fortress, I think we have to look inside. If we're going to come out with all the information we need.
Aye. So I'm going to have a crack at opening it, so then I guess. Yeah, yes, you might want to stand back.
I'm going to kind of back up against the wall, but stay close enough in case I need to. Well, I've got my swords out.
Okay.
I've got my rapier out, also standing behind Morthwell.
Oceanus, how about you?
Yeah, sorry. Ozias is at the ready.
Okay, and Green, you're already a step back, I assume, multiple steps back.
Yeah. Green's also at this point just assuming this door that's made out of metaphorical, like, there's no way we're getting this thing open, as talented as we are. He's heard some amazing things about metaphorical doors, like, they're basically untouchable.
It's true. They're almost as strong as metaphorically closed books, that kind of thing. So the door opens. At least Morthwill is able to open it carefully, and as it creaks
That were
open,
anticlimactic. Probably for the best.
it creaks open, although not very loudly, and you realize that this is new, but it's not particularly well made. It's not terrible, but it's, it's like, contractor work, right? Like, it's okay. But not anything.
Probably bought off a shelf in a warehouse somewhere.
Exactly. It's the Walmart of doors. But you do see inside something interesting as you open this up. This room is tiled in a rich, deep green, and the walls are frescoed with representations of marine plant life. There's a large seaweed bed that fills the northwest corner, and there's a spear propped against the wall right close to where you are, actually, as you look to the left, Morthwill, right next to the door. And in the center of the eastern wall hangs a mirror with a filigree metal frame. Below it is a large coffer, its lid closed. And you can also see there is a passageway leading off to the east.
I have a look at the tiles and see if I recognize anything about the seaweed or sea creatures depicted.
I would love to see an investigation check, please, for that.
Could Oceanus get on that too?
Sure.
Being a person
Absolutely.
of the sea.
Absolutely. How far into the room are you all going, by the way? Because you can't. It's hard to do that from a. You can sort of see it, but not really. Oceanus looks like tiles. Was that a 3?
I was hoping to
Brian?
do a detect magic ritual,
Okay. Brian, was that a 3
but that
I
will
saw?
take 10 minutes.
That was a whopping 3, yes.
Okay. Definitely
very
green.
good at
Definitely
sea
green
plants.
tiles. You've seen green tiles before, and these are definitely green tiles.
I think, I don't, I mean, don't quote me on this because we're quite deep down, and although I'm pretty good at sea life, but I think these tiles are green.
Definitely, I agree, 100%. Green tiles, no doubt.
Mhm.
I think they're more of a turquoise.
Green walks in. My tiles?
How clean are these tiles?
So I would like you to make an investigation check since you asked that question.
Excellent. Okay. What do I have on investigator? There's a flat D20. 17.
17. Of course, because you're checking for the most important thing, how clean everything is.
Yeah.
So, Green, I would say these tiles, I mean, you've seen cleaner, but they're not filthy dirty. However, as you're looking at them, you've noticed there's something very odd. And in fact, the whole room has this feel. You can see little scratch marks below the green. And below that, you can see what looks like blue. You think this has been painted over recently and not super well. They're kind of, it looks sort of like a slapdash job. Like this is fairly new paint. And if you look at it like for a second, you're like, wow. But if any of you have ever been to one of those like sort of falling down casinos, you know, like when it was built, it probably looked really awesome. And now it sort of like feels faded with the, 30 years of cigarette smoke and failed dreams, right? Like that sort of thing. It feels a bit like that. This whole area, in fact, looks a little gaudy and over the top and not super high quality. So it's kind of clean, sort of ish, but it's also feels a little fake to you.
Grin asks everyone, please step outside for a moment. And he ushers the other 3 back out of the door they came in, leaving himself alone in this room. And then he gets out his cleanest broom and in Celestial says the word cleanest, and it goes comes up, and he would like to clean off all of the paint, please.
Oh, so when you do that, there's just paint everywhere. It is now looking like an original blue. and the water is very, very now sort of almost thick with like paint residue and stuff like that.
Green would like to clean the water, please.
Okay, I was gonna say I can't wait for the one person who's like, I do underwater painting, Arv, and that's not how paint behaves. And like, okay. Right. So you're trying to clean the water. I'm trying to think of how you're going to clean the, like, where are you going to clean it to? But if you're doing prestidigitation, I suppose you might need to sort of gather the paint flakes somewhere, Green, I guess. So maybe in a little bag or something like that. I'm sure you have that. But it takes Green probably about 5 minutes to do this. And now you have a blue tiled room. And you still see the also the frescoes have also been taken away, the marine plant life and so on. The only thing obviously you didn't get to was the mirror is a physical mirror, the coffer is a physical coffer, and there's a physical spear and a physical seaweed bed, so none of those were cleaned. But anything that were like drawings or things like that, that stuff has all been now erased.
Is it just plain blue underneath?
Yes.
Awesome. He turns around to the group. You may re-enter now. It is clean.
I still need 5 more minutes to charge up my magic detector.
I could have sworn these were green before. Can I have another closer look to see if it was like my eyes playing tricks?
Sure, go ahead and make an infection check, please.
Investigation.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. Investigation. What did I say? Inspection.
Say infection.
I said inspection. Investigation.
8.
You don't. I mean, you probably are misremembering, Brian. Like it was probably.
I'm now. Don't quote me on this, but this room is now blue. I'm baffled.
What do you think, Oceanus? What color is the room?
It's like that dress all over again.
It's like brown now. I don't know what's going on.
What even is color?
I've gone colorblind.
Who turned out the lights? Hi.
Oh man.
Without touching it, can I have a look at the mirror?
Yes. As you go over to look at the mirror, you can see that it does indeed look like you can see yourself in the mirror. It has this filigree metal frame, and right below it, right sort of sitting on the ground below it, basically, is this large coffer, and you can see on the coffer is a fairly large keyhole.
Stick my head round the corner and go, Bride, remember what happened last time you touched treasure?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
All right. He ducks back, just sticks his head back round quickly again.
Have we picked up a key anywhere?
Just before Morthwell said that, I was just like reaching out a finger, and then Morthwell spoke, and I'm like, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. Not touching it. Is there anything identifiable or recognizable on the coffer or the mirror?
Let me have you make an investigation check for me, please. A lot of investigations today.
Because they work so well for me.
Well, maybe you got those other rolls out of the way.
Hopefully so. 11.
Yeah. It's slight improvement. You know that the coffer itself looks to be made of some kind of possibly like infused metal of some kind. It's not totally clear as to what, but it is very fancy looking. The keyhole looks kind of antique, almost might be the way that you would describe it. And this for the mirror, it looks to be fancy, but not anything that is sort of widely different. It's just a big, fairly sizable mirror.
Silvo kneels down in front of the coffer, and using his thieves' tools, he'll try to get it open.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say,
I see Mothwell cursing, so I think I'm doing this correctly.
Be careful, it might be made of metaphor.
Can you make an investigation check for me too, Waves, please?
But Waves or Silvo?
Well, because you're bending. Oh, sorry, Silvo. Sorry, it was not Waves doing
Okay,
this. It was Silvo doing it.
wanted to be sure because
Yeah, sorry.
we have like. So, well, there, 10. It's a coffer.
Okay, yes, definitely a coffer, and that's definitely a keyhole for sure.
Okay. I turn around to Morthwell as Silvo, and say like, "How much longer do you need?"
Let's see. Well, it needs 10 minutes. To 5 minutes. I should be nearly done. He looks at the DM.
I would say pretty. I would say pretty close. Okay. So, Silvo, as you pick the lock or begin to pick the lock, you hear an audible click, and
That's good.
a massive, large blade swings out from above
The coffer.
No, not from the coffer, from the mirror. The mirror opens up, and a blade slashes out from it. I need everyone who's standing next to it, and I think that's Silvo, possibly Waves, definitely Brian.
Yes.
Needs to make, please, for me, a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, Silvo going first. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, poor Silvo. Well, we're gonna try. Okay, that was Silvo.
Silvo with the 10, is that what I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay.
And Waves. Huh? Why is it not doing? Oh, it did. It's also a 10.
Okay, so both of
No,
them
that
got
cannot be
10.
true because.
No, what
that
says
cannot be-
investigation? Yeah, you've only rolled one dex
Yeah.
save.
Yeah, you've only got one dex
No,
save
wait,
so far.
there's only one dex. Where is the? Ah, there it is. One moment. Whoa, critical
Oh.
fail.
I guess you bang into Silvo when you're trying to get out of the way. Brian, what about you? Did you do the...
I'm assuming that because I was investigating the mirror and the coffer that I also have to do a dex
you,
save.
I'm afraid you do, yes.
Hokey cokey. 7.
7. Yeah, I'm afraid none of those are going to do the job. All of you, thus, are going to take 18 points of slashing damage as this thing cuts into you. And there's another consequence of this I'll explain in a minute. So
Oh,
18
Silvo
points.
doesn't have a lot. Silvo doesn't have a lot of hit points. Wow.
So he's at 20, I think, if I have that
Yeah!
right. Brian, you're at 46?
I have my full HP.
No, I mean after you get hit by the blade.
46, yes.
Okay. And then, let's see, Waves, you were at 50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first problem. The bigger problem is the coffer remains closed. The bigger problem is there is now blood in the water. And if you think for a minute, you may realize why that's a problem. Morthwell, I would say at this point, you finish it. Got it! And then go around the side and you see a bunch of blood in the water.
Can I ask
I
a
left you alone for
question?
10 minutes. 10.
Is there where the blood starts like pooling before it spreads throughout the full room?
Yes, it
Before
is.
it gets to 30 square foot,
Mm-hmm.
can I destroy that 10 gallons of water with my create or destroy water spell?
Interesting. Trying to think if you can... Well, all right. I will say yes if... How many cubes, or how much did you say you can destroy?
30 square foot.
Okay. You probably could do that, I think. It's going to, of course, be immediately filled in with other water, but that's not...
That's fine. I just want to get rid of the bloody
I think you can do
water.
that. That's actually very smart. So you are able to destroy it in time. It still hurts, and you still have to stop the bleeding, but at least the blood that was originally let, as it were, from your bodies is that is now gone. But you do have to act fast if you want to stop, or someone has to act fast if you want to stop the bleeding.
Oceanus is going to try just some field medicine real quick on Brian right next to him there.
Okay.
Who is bleeding? All three of them.
All three of them.
11?
11 is, I mean, certainly they're not close to death, but it's trying to stop the blood is the problem. Or try to stop it quickly.
I'll also try to stop my own bleeding
Okay.
with, I've got, with a medicine check, right?
You can try to do that. It's a little bit sort of outside the, but yes, you can try to do that. You have any bandages on you? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Waves apparently has the vestigial feather that blocks all wounds that just happens to work without realizing it. I would say that's a good enough medicine check to block Wave's own bleeding. What about Brian? I know Green was asking. Brian and Silva.
I have a potion of healing, but it's like a potion of extra healing, so I don't really want to use it for a paper cut, even though it's potentially really dangerous. So I'm also going to try and do some battlefield medicine.
Oceanus is going to hand over the stolen temple bathrobe that he tried to use to stop the bleeding the first time. So Brian can try.
All right.
That has the
monogrammed and everything.
As the monogram, I was going to say.
Also, in the face of Morthwill's anger, I would like to point accusingly at Silvo.
Green doesn't have a lot of spell slots available, but for anyone who can't stop their own bleeding, he can do a cure wounds as a last ditch.
I think Brian made it worse, actually.
I tried to wrap it in a bandage and I squeezed too tight and the blood started squirting out even further. I put the tourniquet in the wrong place.
Yeah, so you may need to do that, Green, on Brian.
I'll
Is
take
the Beacon
care
of Hope still up?
I'm sorry, say again.
Is Beacon of Hope still active? Or was that switched for something else?
That's a good question. I don't remember if Beacon and Hope was still running. I don't think it is still, because there's been other things since then, not to mention time frame. But I don't know. Does anyone remember about the...
Beacon of Hope is up to 1 minute, so
it's still going. Okay.
No.
Oh, so
it
long
gone.
I thought it was like an hour or something.
That. Okay, gotcha.
That's 17 hit points for Brian.
Okay. And that will also so it brings you back up to 63, but that will also stop the bleeding. The coffer is still closed, and the blade retracts behind the mirror, and the mirror closes again.
Waves will take care of Silvo, and also with cure wounds.
Okay.
So I'm up to 63, you say?
Yes, once that 17 is restored. Morthwill, on that detect magic thing, there is definitely magic radiating from the area of the coffer in particular.
Oh, okay.
There's something magic in there about it. The trap
definitely
didn't seem
sharp.
magical. Well, I think Silvo's now got the point about checking for traps.
I want to go home.
I was already wrinkly when I started. How do you think I look now? I look like a used tea bag.
Soggy dwarf.
The new fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
So 13 hit points for Silvo.
Okay. Thank you.
I would like to have another look at the coffer. Has the blade retracted, or has it stayed out
I
at
said
this
I
point?
mentioned it retracted back behind the mirror, and the
sorry.
mirror closed. Yep.
Right, I'm definitely investigating for a trap mechanism specifically.
Seems reasonable. Go ahead and make an investigation check. You can do this at advantage now that you know that there is in fact a trap somehow.
Lovely.
Whilst you do that, I'm just going to step back just a tiny bit, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the 20. I mean, it's obvious, Morthwill, right? Like, it's right. It was right there all the time.
Amateurs, a lot of them.
So it turns out that the keyhole does not actually have a lock behind it, that there's actually a locking mechanism that is hidden under the lid of the coffer. And you can disarm the trap, but you can't open the coffer unless you're able to find whatever it is that opens it. But it would not be a traditional key. It would be something different, something thin, probably. But you could disarm the trap now to keep it from doing what it did last time. But still, picking the lock wouldn't actually open the coffer anyway because it's not a lock.
Dummy lock. Should probably try and... Well, do we want to disable the trap? Because it might let people know we were here.
Well, if
There's a
we're going
thought.
to, I mean, hopefully we're not going to stick around to find out. We're trying to get information and get out.
Yes.
I mean, could we? I mean, when I say we, could you maybe relock it afterwards?
I can't open it. It's not that kind of chest. We need a thingy.
The thingy.
A thingy.
Okay. Do we know what the thingy is?
Something that would fit in this. I show them what I've found on the chest so that they see that it's like, what was it? Something thin is the best I can tell.
That's correct.
Extreme point dark.
Yeah, I know. Bear with me. I was just going to...
Everybody bled out. The end.
Exactly. Everyone goes dark at the same time.
I poke Morkwell, I touch Morthwell's shoulder, and then I point towards the spear.
Oh, yes. I'm not getting anything magic off that, so I'm just gonna reach out and pick up the spear.
Yes, the spear. As you pick it up, the spear does not seem to be magical. It seems like just a sort of regular, everyday spear. It is odd, though, because the spear, although it does not seem to be magical, you don't know what it's doing just off on its own. But it doesn't like have any runes or obvious like markings on it. But it's strange that it's not on a weapon rack or that it's not just why it's just randomly propped up against the corner of the room. You're not sure.
I'd like to compare it against the thingy hole on the coffer.
Definitely would be too thick to go into that.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
I'll try to
Northwell
take the
able
spear.
to describe the thingy that fits in the thingy hole adequately enough for me to think back to see if I saw anything that resembled anything like that when Waves and I were having a look round?
I would say you had a pretty good roll on that investigation, Northwell, so I would say probably yes. It almost would have to be like a circle or maybe a very large coin or like a flat amulet or something like that. It would probably be something thin and circular. And obviously something not very, very large. You don't think you've seen anything like that, but obviously you have only explored a little bit of this place, really, right? Like there's only so much you could have seen.
We did see the Sahugan dude in the arena. Would I have noticed if he was wearing anything like that?
I don't think you would have noticed, you don't remember him having worn one, but you were not paying close attention to that.
I
Okay.
tuck at the spear that I gave to that Morthwell has, maybe like tuck.
It doesn't fit, but it's a bit weird that the spear's just lying in here.
I tug a bit harder, maybe he'll let go.
Oh, right.
Okay, I'll also have a look at the spear because maybe you can like screw off this spear head or something. So, yeah, I'm distrusting everything.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I don't
Please.
wanna.
I've been asked not to use thingy hole for the next giveaway.
Don't use thingy hole for the next giveaway.
Ooh.
He will be up to him anyway. If you want another giveaway, chat, so you can use the term thingy hole, I'm not proud. Whatever gets more money for the charity. Sign it up.
What else am I supposed to call it? It's a hole, and a thingy clearly goes in the hole, but we don't know what it is. So it's a
We
thingy
don't know
hole.
what the thingy is, so it's a thingy until we know the definition of the thingy, in which case it's
I
a
would
hole
also
that
like-
the thingy goes in.
It's a
Let's just
technical
be glad it
term.
was
Exactly,
opened with
guys.
glory.
I would like to point out that there was a question posed to Morthwell whether he knows what kind of thingy goes into the thingy hole, and I did not laugh. So
When you do this investigation, Waves, it does not look like the spear sort of unscrews or unlocks. If you knew what it was, it wouldn't be a thingy. That's right,
Thank
Kilgore.
you.
That's exactly right. But I do want to say, also, it's good to see you, Kilgore. Looking forward to Kilgore's concert, which will be beginning after we finish with this. And thank you, Kilgore. And remember, everybody, so far we've had a very good, I think we've raised over $500 in this segment, which is great, but let's keep it up. If you want these people, these amazing people here, to be the top raising segment, you've got another 500 to go because our top raising segment was 1,000. You can get there, and we got about 45 minutes to do it. So jump on board. But thank you. Good to see you, Kilgore. So the thing you do notice about the spear waves is that just like Morthwill said, the construction of this door was new. This spear also clearly is much newer than this place is. Like, it almost has a kind of a, I guess what I would describe it as is it feels mass produced. That is to say, it feels like this was made swiftly, and so it's not amazing quality, but it feels like it was put together and assembled quickly. When you have heard of this before, it's not an individual commissioning a weapon to be made. It's someone who has taken one of many hundreds of weapons, and this is one of those hundreds.
Mass produced.
Ah,
I swim,
garbage.
I swim outside and hand it to Kish because I think he doesn't have a weapon.
Kish takes that and says, thank you, and then he looks at it and he says, what is this? This weapon you found inside the room?
I nod.
It says Mastercraft. It must be good, right?
I see Black & Decker in my... He sees it and he said, no, I see Amazon's Choice. That must mean...
Prime delivery.
Prime delivery. No, he looks at it and he says, I do not like this. This thing that you found, this spear. It's one of many that have been made. And recently made. And he takes it and sort of like looks at it with an appraising eye. The quality is terrible, but it will be just as effective if wielded properly. Also, thank you to the Allen family for creating more chaos with a $16.22 donation. 17, 16, 22, chaos is back. Arguably, chaos never left, but it is back. Thank you once again to the Allen family. We've also got quite a little battle going on, incidentally. Right now, we have got about $30-ish for the Allen family. Team Order has come through with about roughly, I'm just doing quick math, about $70. Geister is still ahead with $100 for this segment to get this coveted Saltmarsh, the Jewel of Kalen's Coast poster. So you still got a chance to try to pass Geister if you want. But thank you so much for the donation. I really love this. Been going super well so far in this segment. So, so that's that. He hands it. So Kish takes it and says, I will use this, but I am worried about what it portends, metaphorically or otherwise.
I'm assuming that this gap where I'm standing, is that like a gap or is that a door?
That is a gap. I was paying so much attention to the mirror and chest. I did not see you would come to this spot, but now I can reveal. Let's see, it would just be this side. So you can see this much of what looks like an open room. This room is tiled in coral pink. And I really just keep wanting to describe every lousy casino, I can think of. It just keeps reminding me of this. Tiled in coral pink. And the walls show scenes of Sahuagin in victorious combat against whales and maybe groups of squid and a tentacled beast whose identity is not obvious. And there's a large table in the center of the room with benches on all four sides. And you think, although you're just peeking around the corner, maybe a small silver object, Brian, that's lying on the table. Now, to get a full view of that table, you would need to just peek around the corner, but you think that's what you see.
I'm gonna say to the others, I don't want to get stabbed again by the the thingy hole. So I'm just gonna have a quick look around that corner.
Okay. When you do that, you see this. It is indeed a small silver object on the table, and there is a door that is on the other side of this room, and it is closed.
The door's closed.
Yes.
Okay,
Double door actually, and closed.
I'm gonna tentatively walk up to the table.
Okay. On it, you see what looks like a silver medallion. It's probably 2 inches in diameter, maybe, on a fine silver chain. And on the side facing up towards you, you see an engraving of a shark.
Okay, I'm not touching anything.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stage whisper over to Morthwell. Morthwell, do you think this would fit in the thingy hole?
I'll come and have a look. Also, see if my detect magic picks up anything in this room.
It does not pick up anything in this room, no, nor does it
Okay.
pick up anything from the medallion.
Okay. It ain't magic, so let's have a look. So,
While
yes.
they're doing that, the water around them starts getting pinker and pinker, or whatever color the walls were.
Yeah.
As
Oh, who's bleeding now?
Going round
You
and
hear the
cleaning the paint off.
Yeah. The Sahuagin paintings come off, and again, it's just cheap. It just flakes off really easily. This is a real rush job. Basically, everything that Donald Trump has built in the Americas, imagine it being like that level of quality.
All right. We got that spear handy.
It was given to Kish, I believe.
Never mind then.
Do you want?
I
Do you
just
want, a,
didn't want-
do you want a
well-
scimitar?
I just didn't want to touch the medallion, even though
I'm
it's
gonna-
not magical.
I'm gonna hand a scimitar over to Morthwell. You look after this.
So I'm going to try and just use the scimitar to pick up the medallion so I can bring it in for a closer look.
Sure, you can do that. And
Okay.
it's just hanging from the chain. And you can now see, now that it's off the table, that it's obviously two-sided. One side is the shark that I mentioned before, but on the other side of it, Morthwell, you can see a dozen tridents that are offset in a circle to make the shape of a star. So one side is a shark and one side is this trident star.
Does this look like anything to you more seafaring folk? I'm kind of literally out of my depth here.
Do I recognize it at all?
Let me have you... Sorry, let me just... let me have you make a... What would this be? Yes, let me have you make a history check, Brian. I'll give you +1 on this. You have a little bit of a bonus because of being a creature of the sea, but not enormous because this is not a... This isn't like, it's the seal of the great whatever. Oh,
Nat 20.
well. Yes. Brian, I would say you have seen something like this before. You remember encountering it, in fact, on one of your raids. At some time, probably this was a couple of years ago, you ended up coming into contact, specifically conflict, with a Sahuagin, which is not rare to anyone who's doing anything at the time. And what you realized, first of all, is that Team Order goes, ha-ha, with $83.78, restoring us to $1,800. And by the way, Team Order, I don't know whether Team Order will identify themselves until the end, but Team Order now has taken the lead for the, again, the much coveted Saltmarsh Jewel of Kalen's Coast thing. So that has happened. So I'm letting Geister know. And by the way, as I say all of this, I keep reiterating this. Please do not contribute or donate anything you cannot afford to do, okay? The idea of this is not to bankrupt somebody to help somebody else. But having said that, if you're able to be a part of this, it obviously is something we're doing for this exact reason. And I'm very excited that we've done this well so far on this. I think we've now raised over $600 in this segment. So let's keep that up. And thank you so much again, Team Order, for that donation. And by the way, I'm sorry, one other last thing too I wanted to mention. Hello, I've been trying to reach you about your Wagons extended warranty. The other thing I was going to say was that if you watch this stream for this event, ArvCon, for a total of 5 hours or more, you will get a badge which will be yours as far as I know forever, which is an ArvCon 2026 badge in Twitch that you can use in this channel. Twitch just opened this up literally about like 3-4 days ago, and you can make it available for any event that you want, and I have set it. I uploaded the badge, which was brought to us by Shadowed Mage. You can either get it by contributing 5 subs. I had to do that, otherwise I would have just done the watching, because this weekend I'm much more about the charity than about subs. But you can do it if you want to short circuit it, if you want to pay to win, just kidding. You can do the 5 subs. Otherwise, if you watch for a total of 5 hours of the course of the event, you'll get that badge. And it even, I think, will show you how many hours you have left of watching before you get the badge. So I did want to mention that. Sorry, players, but that was something I forgot to say before. When you think about it, you remember, Brian, when you encountered the Sahuagin, that the Sahuagin cursed at you before you ended its life because it was cruel and miserable and was going to hurt other people. But it told you that the Baron would hear of this. And when you searched the creature, this particular Sahuagin, you found the seal basically relating to this creature. A Sahuagin Baron called Baron Kepmak. This is his personal seal, Brian. You're almost positive that's what you're looking at. What it's doing here, you don't know. Thank you, Effect Life, for the 5 tier 1 sub gift. Speak of the joking about me with the pay to win. Thanks, Effect Life. Well, you have a badge now that'll be there. So the power of the gift subs. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. And thank you all for the donations, too. I'm really happy about how that's going. So anyway, yeah, Brian, that's what you find. This is the seal of Baron Kepnak. Not a hugely important Baron, but a Sahuagin Baron, which is not to be sneezed at.
I in our previous session, which I have slept since then, I wrote Baron Kepmak / leader ?
This confirms
You've
it
heard
then.
that name before.
Okay, so obviously I'm relaying all of this to Morthwill in far too much detail. I was talking about what the Sahuagin was wearing, what he smelt like, the fact that I made a really great pun just before driving him through, all completely unrelated and superfluous. But culminating in explaining that I'd seen this before, and that I'd already mentioned about Baron Kepmak before, and I'm like, in for a penny? Should we try it in the thingy?
Let me. Here's your scimitar, by the way. Fortunately,
I leave
it
that
wasn't
room.
necessary.
You leave the room.
Thank you.
Yes. Is this medallion thingy hole shaped?
As you head back over to look at it, I did want to ask Brian, when you made that awesome pun, did you look at the Sahuagin and said, "It's time for your end," and then said, as you plunged your spear through the shark, "Finn"?
No, I didn't, but I
Let's
wish I
go!
had done.
Sorry. I apologize to everyone. It's been a long day. Okay, so you go back into the
No,
other room.
it was more. It was much less clever than that. It was more along the lines of Sahuagin, so who get this?
So who get?
And
That's still
then
funny.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I love it.
Who
Also,
did? Or like who?
the giveaway word is pink coral. By the way, yeah, note, the giveaway is also available to all the players. So if you want to be a part of this, feel free to do that. You totally can. Yeah, when you go over Morthwill, it does look like this would fit inside that slot. Yes.
All right, don't stand back, everyone. This one's on me if it explodes.
I'm staying in the room I'm in, but I'm just going to peek around the corner.
All right,
I just want to say, you can see nothing. The water is so thick with paint.
Silted out.
It's really true.
It's all like slowly like filtering down to gather on the floor, and Green is just patiently waiting for it all to like gather on the floor so he can sweep it into his bag.
I love it. Okay, so
Can I do another destroy water as an action just to help the process along?
yes, although I would think, let me see, 30 feet. Yeah, probably. You're helped a little bit here by the fact that this room is sealed off at the moment, so that helps keep it from spreading. Other than, I mean, not totally sealed off because of next door, but it doesn't. It's only, in your general area. So I would say you are. Okay, so when you go to you're not a. Hold on a second. Is that true, Tilted? I'm so sorry to my players, but I'm trying to manage 65 things at once. Let me just run and do that quickly, Tilted. I don't know why. Why are you not? You're not a mod here? What?
You're only a very important person.
You've always been
Come
a very
on.
important person. That's always true. All right, we're going to address that problem right now. I am shocked.
And now he's going to be a minister of dungeons.
Okay, you're going to... no, I don't want to report Tilted Gaming. I don't want to whisper Tilted Gaming. Do any of those things. What I want to do is... There we go. All right, Tilted. Congratulations to something I thought you already were. Tilted, you should be promoted, I think. You got a sword. Yay! Tilted totally deserves it. Thank you, Tilted. Yes. Oh, Echo, I can't... Everybody, this was... Listen, you notice the diamond by your level, though, Echo? Do you see the VIP? You see the VIP? See that? Nonstop also as a VIP. Just saying. Also, Hype Train success. Okay. Right. And also Effect Life as a VIP. Alrighty. So when you insert that, the coffer slides open, or actually flips open, I guess I should say, to reveal a number of things inside it, Morthwill.
Oh, stuff from the thingy.
There is a leather harness adorned with small rubies and platinum buckles. You don't know what the harness is for. Certainly doesn't look like it's for a horse. Maybe for a shark? You don't know.
Right.
A canvas bag. Looks like there might be something inside the bag. A silver frame in which there is a picture of a impressive looking, if you had to guess, female Suhugin who is majestically staring off to the side. A statuette of a shark made from gold. And a stone box, which is currently closed. Very ornately carved. So, of the things that are not open, there is a canvas bag inside, not open, and a stone box, not open.
And am I getting any magical detection? Because there was something in here.
Yes, the stone box.
The stone box. All right, we'll hold on to that for now.
Or whatever's inside it. You don't know, like whatever's inside it or the thing.
Yes.
I'm just gonna sidle up to Morthwill and just press the bag of holding that I had when Waves and I went on our excursion back into his hand.
Oh, glad you remember because I forgot.
I've still got your goggles though.
All right. Yes, that's fine. Let's have a look at this canvas bag first.
Okay. When you open that, you find inside 20 platinum pieces.
Oof. I just sort of turn slightly, shielding it from Silvo's gaze.
He seems fixed upon it.
Maybe I'll let him have the statuette. And let's have a look in this stone. I'll try to open the stone box.
It is able to open. And when you look inside this thing, you find a kind of pale green colored seaweed. 6 pieces of pale green seaweed, but the fronds of this seaweed are edged in gold. Not gold leaf. You think it's just literally like gold edges. You have never seen a seaweed like this, Morthwill, and there are 6 distinctly placed pieces on almost like a velvety cushion inside this box. And these are the things radiating magic.
Obviously, I've handed the bag of holding back to Morthwill. Can I see the seaweed?
If Morthwill doesn't block it from you.
Hey, that's fine. It's like I don't even know what it is.
You can see the seaweed.
I could probably figure it out, but it would take me 10 minutes to do a ritual again.
Make a nature check, Brian.
Okay, nature.
Yes. And I'll give you +2 on this, actually. So what is that, 20?
Okay, not nat 20.
Okay. You're pretty sure you know exactly what this is, and it is an interesting substance. Chat, I hope that we get some donations out of this for reasons I'm going to explain in a minute. You think that this is rapture weed. These are rare plants that grow along isolated stony shelves and underwater trenches. And a creature that consumes the fronds of rapture weed becomes, depending on your point of view, poisoned or elevated for 6 hours, during which it experiences occasional hallucinations and a feeling of euphoria. And you know that Sahuagin priests often use rapture weed in their worship. The mechanical effect of this is if you consume it, what it does is it basically affects your perception. It, on a 50-50 chance, gives you an advantage to perception checks or gives you disadvantage because you sometimes do have heightened senses, and then other times you're like, my hand is so fascinating, right? It's basically like that. There is also a very, very rare chance of the person becoming incapacitated for the duration of the plant's effect and experiencing terrifying visions of an enormous shark devouring great amounts of prey. But that almost never happens. But it's
So we
called
found the Baron's stash.
rapture weed.
Okay, obviously I'm explaining this to everyone, but I'm turning to everyone and I'm looking them in the eyes. Drugs are bad. Don't you be doing it. I've seen all of the bad things that have happened. Imagine you're on a pirate ship and someone thinks that they can just take some rapture weed and like sail off into the sunset, and then they become completely incapacitated, fell overboard, and have to be rescued. Do you want that? No.
I think we can
So,
manage that without the help of seaweed.
I mean,
So-
I'm imagining it, and I don't like it. This does not bring me inner peace.
My
You know
uncle
what,
tried it
that-
once. He said he was being devoured by a shark for like 6 hours. My other uncle liked it a lot, though, so I don't know. I can't say.
Bilbo says, we should totally get rid of this for a lot of money.
Yeah, so
oh, we'd be able to sell it for a pretty penny, I'm sure. Plus, if they don't have it, they can't get, like, they can't like see things that shouldn't be there and potentially make life difficult for us.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the picture of the female Sahuagin. I'm turning it over, see if there's any like label on the back or something.
There is not, but it looks, this person is dressed up like royalty. So Sahuagin version of royalty. So whoever it is, it's got to be some big shot, but you don't recognize the picture.
Question. Does this seaweed count as food?
Oh, yes.
I would like to use my last first level spell slot to cast Purify Food and Drink, please.
Not
And,
sure what it will do, though, Green, because it's not.
It renders it free of poison.
But it's not tainted, though. When I say poisoned, it's not poison. It's a different stage of it would be like saying peyote is poison. You know what I mean? Like, it's not poison. It's just that it will affect your senses. It's almost like, unless you think that marijuana is poison, some people would prefer to stay drug-free. But there are some people, I don't want to take away from them, that if they, but that's what I would say. So normally, Green, it would totally make sense to do that. But this isn't really poison as such. It's, it just depends on how you imagine it, I suppose.
Did make me.
Yeah.
I thought it would be quite funny if they went and they took it and it didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I love that idea. It's just, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think if you could it's not, but it's not really what that spell does. Yeah, I don't
Bilbo
know.
said, maybe we should put it back into the box and close the box just in case it's used like tea.
I'll pop them all in the bag
water
of holding.
where we're swimming.
It's a good question from Fleos, though. What does Purify Food do to alcohol? I mean, it would remove the alcohol, but see, I would argue alcohol is a poison. It's processed by your liver as poison. it's a toxin. This wouldn't be seen as a toxin. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say about this. This is a very interesting question. I didn't expect to have to answer. You know what? I'll say, I guess what I'll say here is, Green, I think it would modify the effect. It would probably make it so that you would get maybe the munchies, but I don't think it would give you the hallucinatory sort of, effect that it could theoretically have. Let's say that as a compromise, because it is true. I mean, there are elements of both of them. So yeah. Is that fair enough, Green?
Excellent. Yes, I would like to render the Sahugan with the munchies, please.
Okay. Outstanding. Okay. Done.
They can't be bothered to pick up their spears. They're too busy raiding the biscuit drawer.
Exactly.
Is Coral with us? The
Yes.
sea lion thing.
Yes.
Okay. Oceanus is going to ask permission to pet Carl. Coral, not Carl.
Carl. Dungeon crawler Coral. And Kish says, yes, indeed. This is a very impressive looking sea lion, by the way. I think I've shown pictures before, but just, and as you are sort of petting it, it's either purring or growling. You're not 100% sure which yet, Oceanus. And as you do this, Kish says, have you encountered sea lions before, friend?
Never one this large, but I've seen them from time to time, yes.
And he nods and he says, this one has been with me since very young. I saw his mother killed, taken by one of these filthy sharks. And he kind of gestures in the other room. And after I had taken the Sahugan to the end that it richly deserved, I decided that the slave of the Sahugan was not guilty of its actions and perhaps could be turned into something much more kindly treated. So it has been with me ever since.
Well, he's a very pretty girl, boy.
And
Lion.
And he says, it is a boy, as you would say, and he is strong, powerful, and dangerous when he wishes to be. He kind of looks about and he says, I do not like this place. We should not linger.
Let's be off.
All right. Green, Brian, Morthwill, etc. Waves. What say you as you are standing here?
Is there something up here in this corner of the room that I'd noticed while cleaning the walls?
Go ahead and make a investigation for me, please.
I don't think there's anything there. It's just paint.
Nope. Exactly. Paint that needs to be cleaned. That's basically it. Yep. I mean, there were benches and a table on which the medallion was sitting, but
I stare at the piece of wall that Green was staring at, trying to find out why Green was staring at that piece of wall, and that walked away.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Investigation, just because it's funny.
Don't worry, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Completely right, there's nothing there.
Sorry.
You are 100% correct. Yep, 100%. In fact, I would say that your combined back-to-back critical fails means you've actually metaphorically willed into being the existence of nothing there. There's just a void now somehow that exists.
Green somehow, while moving all of the managed to while cleaning the paint off the rest, managed to paint over landlord special, thick paint over whatever was there and hide it.
Exactly.
All right. Do we feel we have all the information we need to take back to the council?
I'm
I-
gonna
I-
close the coffer and put the medallion back where he found it.
I think that's absolutely the right thing to do. Is obviously take the money.
Oh,
Or-
that's all in the bag, the whole lot.
Excellent. Before we go, can I just have a quick skeg here? Is that a door?
That is a door, a double door, actually.
Can I have a listen at the door?
Certainly. Absolutely, you can.
I stare at Brian, uncomprehending why Brian is now listening at the wall.
What are you doing, Brian? We need to go.
It seems like I don't know if it's made of metaphor, but it seems to be another door.
This is
No.
perception, by the way. Just so you know, Brian, not
Oh, sorry,
investigation.
perception.
Yeah.
Worse.
You're like, you thought there was a door here, but you're not 100% sure.
It's definitely a metaphorical door.
No, I don't think so. Green comes and like pityingly like pulls Brian away. Like, come on, it's all right. We all thought something was there.
You
First Green, and now Brian, staring at that corner. This is really mystifying.
Yes, Silvo also is here. I don't know if Silvo would notice, but Silvo is also like, and Oceanus, as you come in, you see Green pulling Brian away from a double door.
I do feel like Silver would be coming in going like, I'll show you how it's done.
Scary things from the
Yeah.
door.
And then roll a
What's
1,
going on over
probably.
there?
Yeah, so Silver's like,
Aw.
what is the problem with all of you? This is perception or investigation now.
Perception.
Perception. Whoa, that is fireworks. 8. Is there a door or is
You
there
think
no
there
door?
is a door at least. So, Oceanus, as you go over, you're like, there's definitely a door, and more than that. When you listen through the door, you can hear the sound of what sounds like. Actually, I need to double check and see languages. You speak Aquan, right? We said this before.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Or any of the primordials. And then Elvish and really bad common. Really
bad.
basic common. It's not bad. He's learning. He's learning.
Okay, so you Abyssal.
That it is not part of Oceanus's repertoire.
Okay. Let me just double check and see, because I want to be able to. Oh my God! Anytime you want to open up, please. Okay, there we go. I just want to make a check on. Okay, so I would say, so basically the Sahuagin have their own kind of language, but I would say at the very least you know enough Oceanus to know when something's speaking Sahuagin. I would say that that's not unreasonable. And so you hear what sounds like this swirling, swishing sound of what sounds like a set of Sahuagin, not just one, arguing with each other.
This is definitely a door, and I'm hearing Sahuagin voices. Not just one, many Sahuagin are back there. We should probably, if we're not supposed to get caught, we need to go. We need to go.
All right, let's back
Both of
away
us just
slowly.
checking our exit back the way we came in to make sure the coast is clear.
Okay.
And Green is very pityingly just like, come along, come along. Thinks that Oceanus is just hearing things.
I promise.
It's been a long day. It's all right.
Just a question, why are we actually leaving the amulet behind?
So that it's not
so that they
obvious
don't
that
know
we were
we've
here?
been here.
We
Minus
cleaned
the
off the
colors.
paint from the wall.
We don't know that they'll notice that.
Who
They
did
might
that?
just have think the paint washed off, like bad workmanship.
It was
Well,
bad workmanship.
Dude, Team Order donated $200. We're up to
Holy
$2,000.
cow.
Let's go. Team Order. Not only, Team Order now is beginning to challenge. Hilnus better watch his back, actually, because Team Order is starting to challenge for that. They're still behind, but Team Order is now in the second overall position for donator, and definitely the top donor right now for this. We are up to $2,000. That also means that we are only about $700 away from being halfway to our goal. I know, Tilted. I know it's great. So that means we've made about almost $800 in this segment. Thank you to Team Order. Oh my goodness.
Did
Right, yeah.
sorry,
Go ahead.
the cameo, or sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done. That's all. I was just thanking everyone.
The picture of the fish friend, did that also go in the drug bag, or was that left behind in
I
raid
put
2?
the lot. I took the lot.
Okay.
It's got a silver frame. That's worth money.
Mm-hmm.
And if Silver asks, that's all we found.
How big is the mirror?
Fairly sizable, probably like 4x4, 3x3, 4x4, 3 feet by 3 feet, 4 feet by 4 feet.
I know what you're thinking. It's too big for the bag of holding.
Oh well. Silver would have tried, so I felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
Does the blade? Where did the blade slip back into the mirror?
It's the wall behind the mirror.
Oh, it's the wall behind. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that was the mirror itself.
The mirror just opened up to reveal the blade.
Okay. I think let's a quick summary of what we know so far. Where we know where the bulk of their forces are going to be located, it would seem, both either the arena or the mustering yard.
We
Yeah,
know
so
what
we've
kind
got-
of weapon they're mass producing.
Spears. Wait a minute. Spears. Wasn't there didn't we find mass-produced weapons on that ship a while back?
Yes.
And I'm really going far back with that one, but it was supposed to be being delivered somewhere around here. Oh.
Was that by the lizard folk?
I think someone in Saltmarsh might be arming these.
Is this the boat that I was found on?
Yes, I think so.
I believe that's right. Yeah.
Well,
Is
we
there
also found the
anything
box.
that
Was it that one, or was it the one where we kind of got taken captive by lizard men?
I think that's the same one because it was the one with the.
No, Green
box
was
in
on
the
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 big one
cult-
Green was on the other
sank.
boat. No, that's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same boat.
Kraken,
Yeah,
we
no.
sunk the lizard. No, that's right. We sunk the lizard men boat, and
Spiders.
that had the crates on it.
Right. Green was on the ghost ship.
Mm-hmm.
The alleged ghost ship. So no. Yeah.
But Green was on the same ship with the box.
Yes, but the
Wasn't he?
box is a
Yes.
different thing. That's the one that was labeled. That was like also monogrammed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
box
But
was the
it's
ghost
also a
ship.
Yeah, but it's also a box that belongs to somebody in Saltmarsh.
That's true. But it could have been a different person. But yes.
Huh.
The only thing we haven't discovered here, I'm talking to the party, is a rough idea of when they'll attack.
Gotta be soon. I got a feeling.
So we've got the south entrance, 80 feet down. There were 77 creatures. We found the prison cells with Borgas and his sadly late eel. Kish and Tristan, his mount, which is the sea lion. And then we have 40 Sahugan in the arena. One vicious looking Sahugan who we think is the leader, possibly Baron Ketmak. There were 40 to 50 creatures in the arena. So at the moment, we're about 125 total.
And
But
those
we-
sharks.
And that, yeah, the sharks, I don't know if they're included in that or not. I will stop talking so Arv can thank Mitchell for the raid.
Thank you. Thank you to Mitchell. And Mitchell, you should all be following Mitchell. I've had a chance to watch Mitchell play some stuff. And Mitchell is an entertaining streamer who plays a lot of cool games. Thank you for the 79-person raid, Mitchell. Welcome, all raiders. It is so good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. And welcome to ArvCon 2026. We are here to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. We are in the middle of day 2. We are closing closing in on the end of this particular segment, but we have got way more D&D stuff coming on today, tomorrow, and on Monday. We've also got music. Kilgore Trout is going to be joining us with the first part of a concert, Indy with the second part of a concert, and then tonight, Shadowed Mage with the Shadow Crew EX is going to be joining us with a 6-person one-shot adventure set in his homebrew realm of Saltmarsh, which I'm sure I just completely botched because I'm thinking of Saltmarsh. But anyway, please, if you're interested, supporting Damon Runyon, ! Donate. I will also mention, since I know Mitchell is a GOG fan, Saltmarsh is okay. Fine. Look, man, I'm trying. Okay. I will say to Mitchell, because I know Mitchell also likes GOG stuff, that this crew, many of whom started on GOG, basically a lot of them did, that this crew here is right now in second place behind the scientists, behind Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks for top segment raised. We're only about a couple hundred away from them becoming the top segment raiser for ArvCon so far. So if that matters, and if you want to give them the coveted bragging rights, you should also jump on board, and we would appreciate any support. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it, Mitchell. It's good to see you, man. Thank you so much to everybody who came. Okay. Where were we? Sorry. We were talking about the items and what ship and all that. I will mention, since you noted, I think it was Morthwill who first might have taken a look at this, or whoever was first taking a look at the spears. They do actually remind you a bit of the mass production of those weapons, yes, that you saw on that other boat.
So they seem very shoddy human-made stuff then.
I don't know if I would say human-made, though. They are shoddy, though. Definitely mass-produced. Could be human-made, but definitely rush jobs, though, whatever they are.
Master craft.
Could I think off the top of my head of any places in Saltmarsh that might have the facility to mass produce?
Openly? No.
I'd have to do some digging, right?
Mm-hmm. Or they.
Well, I'm a dwarf. I think I got that covered.
Exactly. All right, where do you folks want to go?
I think we need to make our way very quietly and carefully out.
Yep.
I'd like more information, but I think we're starting to push our luck here.
I think we know how many enemies are on this level. Maybe we need to come back to explore other levels. I think the only bit of information that I would really have liked at this time is when they plan to invade.
I also do want to point out, by the way, this level, there's not a lot explored of this level. Like if you look at what's here, like this is that you may be thinking there's another level that you went to, which you know a fair bit about. This level you haven't explored a whole bunch of, though.
I've just remembered something. I've got a gilded tome written in Aquan and an unknown language called The Final Stage. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm just not sure. The final stage might be when the final stage of their plan is, but I can't read the book.
Oceanus can read
It's true. If you want to, it is actually. Let me think. Do you have something you can make it water resistant, Morthwill, or some way to protect it from?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because you're right. Oceanus could probably read it.
I'll probably have to wait till we somewhere where it's not going to dissolve.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, and so?
We could have a quick look down the corridor, I suppose. I mean, nothing came to investigate a whole bunch of you getting sliced up.
What's the worst that can happen?
How long have you got? There is a list.
Well, I was genuinely asking. Let's think this through. What is the very worst that can happen? I'll start. Acid.
I feel like it'd be diluted in this situation.
You're right. The worst that can happen can't happen, so I think we're going to be all right. Let's take a peek.
So,
Okay.
the steps above where green is, that's the descending steps.
Correct, that's where you came from.
Okay, I'm up for exploring more. We just have to be really careful.
I've been having a hard time being careful in the water. I think I might wait here if someone else is gonna wait here.
I wait with you. I seem to be just bumping into everything. I'm not a born swimmer. Dwarves are notably not people who spend much time in water.
Okay, so
I don't have that excuse.
Kish and Coral and Oceanus and Morth will stay behind. As we get ready to wrap up here, Green, you're just going to take a, like, sort of come here, if I, or whoever's leading. Waves or Green or someone like that is going to come this way, he said doubtfully.
Yes.
Okay. So which way are you peeking, I guess I would say, because it goes down here, you can see. But if you peek around here, you can
I would like to
see...
peek around there.
You can see there is a gap down below you, right about here, leading into another room. And you can just see the edge of a pillar. And in that side here, or in this room, you hear the awful sound of tearing and ripping and squishy something or other happening. Something down there, or some things, are having a meal, and they're not doing it quietly.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to bring
Oh,
our
dear.
session to a close. Which, although we did not open up a lot of the map, we had a lot of very entertaining moments that I did not expect. I did not have on my bingo card that we were going to be cleaning off the crappy-ass artwork done by the squatters in this fortress, which is basically what we've got here. That was really, really cool. And of course, I'm also extremely excited that while we were doing that, we raised a whole bunch of money for Damon Runyon. All of that is really amazing. So first of all, thank you to all of these amazing players. I will start with someone who I think may have some vague connection to Team Order. I suspect there may be a bit of Team Order associations. I think there may be some resonances, some metaphorical resonances, let us say, here with Bruce. Bruce, thank you for everything. And of course, thank you for Green. Really, again, I did not think that Green was going to be doing a whole bunch of like cleaning up. I mean, it totally makes sense. I just think it's not just cleaning dirty areas, it's cleaning crappy art, which is what we're going to do as soon as we get finished with an election in this country. Anyway, but that was very cool to see. It was a lot of fun. And also, of course, Green being, I love the image of Green being like, it's okay. We all see things we don't want to. That was also really, that we want to sometimes. That was really funny too. And may have actually a profound effect, that cleaning, upon what ultimately happens down the line, depending on these things that you discover or don't discover. So we'll see what the implications of that are. How did you feel about today, Bruce? Where will the lovely folks find you next?
Yeah, I enjoyed today quite a lot. Yeah, Team Order, it's me. I put aside money every year just to donate at ArvCon. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I love that we were like putting coins back, putting things back in their place so that no one would know that we've been here, but also like
Except for the clean room.
stole all of the paint off the walls. Like I'm
Yeah,
sure they
yeah.
won't notice anyone was here.
No, who would notice?
So yeah, I love that, and I love the door. You know, when you get like so many natural failures, and it's like there's no door, there's nothing there. What do you?
I don't know that I've ever seen that, like, with consecutive critical fails from different people, like multiple people. Like, no, there is no door. No, I'm telling you, there's no door. Until Oceanus is like, well, it's right here. What is? Anyway,
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the Fine Fakes will find me next, whichever happens first between the next Saltmarsh campaign day and Dragonbane, where I play a different green character.
A different kind of green, but still a very good one. Seriously, thank you, Bruce, for everything, both the generosity and for the playing the character today. I really appreciate that. And it looks like, unless somebody passes you in the next 2.5 minutes or so, you got one of these winging its way towards you from Wholesome Horror Gaming. So,
Yeah, the one I already have has turned entirely pink. So.
oh, okay. Well then, see, not unlike what we just saw today. Thank you, Bruce. Always a pleasure as well to have Ananda with us. Ananda, I know you got to go take care of the puppy, but I wanted to say thank you very much for everything tonight as well. Brian obviously had a lot of big moments. The whole like being, like standing next to having the whole blood situation. The destroy water was very smart, by the way. That actually helped a lot. Is not something I would have thought of. And that was definitely helpful. Also, the idea, though, of Brian being able to explore and having the tactical sense to know that they are trying to do reconnaissance, right? That's the whole point of doing this, not to get the whole freaking fortress aggroed and suddenly out of a bad EverQuest raid gone wrong, have people challenged that way. So there was some good stuff out of Brian here. And it'll be interesting to see, I think, how Brian handles what's next. Also, another good thing about the confirming the Baron Kepmak stuff based on your history checks. That was cool, too. How did you feel about today? Where will the fine folks find you next?
I always have a blast with the By the Dice Roll team. So thank you so much for letting me and us take part in ArvCon. It's always a good cause, and I'm so happy that I've been able to contribute even in a small way. But yeah, always fun. I really enjoy playing Brian, even though she's a bit daft sometimes. But that's part of the fun, right? But yeah, I will be. The last couple of weeks have been a bit crazy for me personally, finishing the last couple of big assignments for the course I'm doing at the moment. So hopefully I'll be getting back on the saddle, back on my own channel. Also, hopefully back on GOG soon. And yeah, just ticking along. We're having a massive heat wave here at the moment, so I'm just going to go and melt in a dark room, possibly with some ice cubes, and a very warm puppy that I need to take out.
Aww.
So yeah, I'm going to taz off fairly swiftly. But once again, thank you so much, Arv. Thank you to everyone who has donated, not just during our segment, but during the whole event. So once again, thank you so much. It's a hugely, hugely fantastic cause.
Thanks, Brian. Brian. Thanks, Ananda, is what I meant to say. So used to calling people their character names. Thank you, Ananda. Really appreciate that. Hope you get cool soon. Again, it was great to see you again, Fleos. I wish someday that all the stars will align, that we can regularly make this a part of our experience, having you with us, but it was great to have you here. It has been really useful to have a coastal-based campaign where Oceanus very logically can swim in and swim out as necessary, so that's been great. And obviously, Oceanus had some good moments here with Kish and Coral, and also with sort of figuring some other things out about the things around them, not the least of being the only person who could see there was a door that you could actually listen to, discover some things, and a little bit of that use of language too. The fact that maybe, just maybe, Oceanus might have some insight into some languages that people might otherwise not be able to read. So that was cool also. Didn't have a chance to get some fighting in, but I'm sure that will be coming up down the line. How'd you feel about today, Fleos? Where will the fine folks see you next?
It's always fun to be here. Sorry, my voice is going again. But thank you so much for the invite. I had so much fun. I'm glad I got to pet the dog. That was very important.
Yep. Campaign's not good if you can't pet the pets, Yeah.
Hopefully you saw my puppy. She was jumping around my head a little bit.
We
so
did.
There was a little bit. Where I'll be next, probably on my own channel, on next Saturday. I've just started Final Fantasy for the Nintendo Entertainment System for kind of the first time.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's been fun so far. I'm not used to the lack of hand holding in those old games.
Yep.
Which is kind of, but I'm looking forward to. I wasn't able to stream last week because of the lack of a voice, so I'm looking forward to that next week, and also hoping to maybe become more regular on GOG again, and hoping that I can join, if not next session, in the summertime, Northern Hemisphere summertime, for more Ghosts of Saltmarsh, because I love to be here.
Absolutely.
And again, thanks for being here. Thank you everyone who donated for such a good cause, and thank you, Arv, for putting this on and for all you do and all the work you do.
Thanks, my friend. Always appreciated. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Fleos. Saber, big shouts to you, not just for the general work that Morthwheel does. Saber often has this experience I've noticed that maybe once every other session, Saber has this like ding, makes the callback to like, a year and a half ago or something, to something that was found. And it almost always is accurate about something, which gives a clue or a bit of information. And I, as a DM, love to see that. I don't want to, hand feed people things, because that's not fun for anybody. But being able to sort of pick up on those things and see when Morthwheel says stuff, obviously the player helping Morthwheel see stuff, is very, very cool. And so I want to give you credit for that. Also, of course, thinking about the idea of the sort of magic that might be in there, and thinking about the implications of what the magical items might be, weed or not weed. I forgot to mention, good call on that, Bruce, by the way. Again, was not expecting a drug philosophical discussion in D&D today, but it was cool. But anyway, so good stuff as usual, Saber, and it'll be interesting to see how Morthwheel processes all of this in terms of thinking about how much are they willing to push their luck, and yet you do have information you have to gather, and what about other magical items that might be found around here. So that'll be interesting to see. How'd you feel about today? Where will the lovely folks find you next?
It was a lot of fun. Again, the second one was distracted by something. Everybody else runs off and gets into trouble.
Yep.
It's like 10 minutes. I was gone for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Come in, it's like everyone's like, blood everywhere. The rooms are changing color as I pop in and out of them. Madness.
Yep, it's true.
But yeah, so now I've got more information. That's like you say, it's just ticks away at the back, like the spear, the curiously pointless.
Oh god, that too.
Spear.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like
then
it's like, so it's curiously pointless. Like it's had attention drawn to it how pointless this spear being here is. So it just sort of ticks away at the back of my mind, and like you say, every so often it goes, "Oh, I remember something." Yep. So who knows? We'll give it a couple more sessions and see what other thing I might be able to connect.
Yep.
Apart from that, it's always great to be here at ArvCon, and again, thank you for putting this on. God, how long have we been doing? I've been coming here like 10 years now,
Many
I think,
years,
at this
I know.
point. Yeah. Legit greybeard.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to next time, and you can always catch me on my own channel pretty much every day of the week, except for Sundays, which I take off at the moment. So thank you very much, everyone.
Good stuff. Thanks, Saber. Always a pleasure. Always should be following Saber. Very entertaining streamer, of course. Same with Fleos and with Ananda as well. Last but certainly not least, Pyron, really enjoyed hearing what Waves had to say as well. Waves, who kind of was able to direct people to different places. I was cracking up at the greeting. I don't think I've heard you do that one before on the soundboard when Oceanus came by and you were doing the Lando Calrissian thing. Like, that was very funny. If you did it, I don't remember it, and it was very funny. Really dug that. And there's a lot of cool stuff, I think, that Waves is going to possibly have made available to them. This is an interesting group in that you definitely need the healing, the sort of off healing that you get from Waves, and the straight on healing from Green. But Waves really, in a lot of ways, provides all of this combat stuff, but also an interesting, different approach to, like, personality-wise, to whether to explore, not to explore, what makes Waves afraid, what not afraid. And I love sort of seeing that develop over time, so that was cool. Be interested to see what Waves thinks about exploring more of this place. How did you feel about tonight, Pyron? Where will the fine folks find you next?
I loved tonight. There were like really wonderful moments, like that Green was so convinced about there not being a door that Waves was also just convinced there is no door. That was just wonderful. I was just sitting there, sitting here so happy.
That was funny.
And the changing rooms, I like this kind of mischief. There was like some really old Shadowrun novels, which were about like a raccoon shaman who was like stealing stuff, but always leaving something else behind in exchange. So people were like opening the safe to take out the jewels, and then there were like apples in there, and it was like, the fuck is happening? And I really hope that somebody else is gonna have that moment in those change rooms. So that is something. I don't know where people will see me next, but I guess it might be for the next Ghost of Saltmarsh session. Off stream, I'm currently doing a playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 1 with my husband.
Okay.
Because that's like really made for like two-player multiplayer.
Yeah.
Two-player co-op. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that with proper words. And so that's something I'm doing off stream. But maybe I'll find the time to stream again now that I'm kind of healthy again. Yeah. And then I can also tell people about my recorder again, which was really, really nice of you to do at the beginning. Thank you.
No, I listen, and I know that you've been dealing with a whole lot, and so it's great to have you back with her. I also want to give Pyron a thanks because Pyron, of course, is the one who facilitated GOG supporting us again and giving us a bunch of these codes for the giveaways. So GOG.com is an official sponsor of ours, and a lot of that is due to is thanks to Pyron Jade. So thank you, Pyron, for that as well. Chat, can we get some love for the amazing and awesome members of Expedition of the Mysterious Peaks? I have so much fun with them. You'll also see Wholesome Horror Gaming back here next month too. Don't forget. But thank you again to Pyron Jade, to Darksaber2K, to Fleos, to Ananda, and to Undeveloped Bruce. Thank you everybody so much, and bye for now. Oh,
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
absolutely amazing. And I could not be happier. Whoops. Whoop. Hold on. Nope. You're making something up. Nope. Okay, there we go. I also know why it did that. I realized what happened. So I started it. That video is sitting on my Steam Deck, my Stream Deck, and it's sitting on my Stream Deck as a particular listing of the button that I have there. But it doesn't show that right now, does it? Does it go? What if I put it there? Yeah, I'm going to have to fix it. And the reason it didn't is because I moved it so it could show up above my overlay, this special overlay that I have. And when I did that, it meant that it screwed up the Steam Deck, so the Stream Deck. So not a big deal. We will get that fixed later on. But I want to thank all of those amazing players. It's late for them here. It's actually 11:17 now for them, so it's late. And I give them many thanks and credits and all that for this work. All right, but we are not done yet. If you're like, okay, that sounds great, but, I guess we're all done now. No, we're not. We are not even halfway through ArvCon 2026, but we are at the $2,000 level, which is amazing. So first of all, Team Order is going to get this, which I'm super excited about. But what I'm going to do now is we are pretty close to on time. I have to make a quick change here, but we're going to get the concert started for Kilgore very soon. We have our music concert coming up right now. Kilgore is going to be with us for about an hour, running until about, I believe it is until about 7, between 7:15 and 7:30, and then Indy is going to be with us from 7:30 until about 8:30, 8:40 or so. They can feel free to go over a little bit because the next stream after that, which is going to be Shadow Mage, is going to start around 9 p.m. Eastern. We had a person who was going to be joining us, Chrono Wolf, who sadly was not able to do that because of a big event that popped up. It's not his fault. I totally understand. He apologized profusely, but it meant that Chrono Wolf isn't with us for this concert, which means I had to increase the set size for the two people that we did have that were left over, and so Kilgore Geister. But seriously though, thank you though for that support. That really makes a difference for sure. And so we have and that donation amount that I have up there is completely off because I haven't adjusted it yet. As Team Order seems to have beaten out Team Chaos. Team Chaos has gotten awfully silent, I see. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to get a bid war continuing. We are now going to do our concert, and then Shadow Mage will be back tonight with the Shadow Crew EX with his group. Now, since it's not Zaltaresh, it's Zalt something, right? What is it? Zalt something? Zalt Exalted? Zargon? What the heck is the name of it? I don't want Zalkaresh with a K. I kept getting stuck with a T. Zalkaresh. So Shadow Mage's World of Zalkaresh, which I've actually really enjoyed watching it. Although every time I see the secrets of Zalkaresh, I keep thinking of like the Savage World of Zalkaresh or something like that. It just feels like it's said about that. So anyway, Shadow's going to be back with that entire crew that plays with him is going to be on this channel, and they are going to be here from 9 to midnight trying to raise the rest. Now, I will say, since we reached the $2,000 level, it means that this group did not end up passing Expedition. Expedition raised about $1,000. This group raised about $800. So the top earning segment is still Expedition. If you love music, and if you're like, you know what, I want to see some music get some love here and get some support and all that stuff, then now is your time, because you're going to get a chance over the next 2 hours or so to be able to contribute with music and stuff like that. Oh my God, Hillness has just added some chaos. We've gone back into some chaos. $15.51 coughs. 2015-51. I love it. I love it. So, thank you, Hilness, again for the generosity. Hilness having done that, that means that we are sitting above the $2,000 level, which is amazing. Thank you so much, Hilness. So we're going to continue with this now with the concert. And then, of course, tonight, if you're like, yeah, whatever, that's fine, but I want me some Zalkaresh, properly pronounced and spelled, then you're going to want to make sure that you contribute during that event tonight as well. This is all to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. You just heard now about how Bruce has been directly affected by cancer. This is a story that sounds very familiar to me about feeling helpless over what cancer had done to my family. Lost my mother to breast cancer, lost several dogs, lost my oldest friend 3 years ago now, actually, I think, to a rare form of bone cancer. So we've seen this affect a lot of people. And this, again, is not just about the cancer research. It's also about bringing people together in community. And that really makes a difference too. So what we are going to do now is we are going to stop this recording. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and capture what I need to for the concert. Then I will come back on, and then Kilgore will be on, and then we'll go from there. Then after about an hour, Kilgore's set will come to an end, and then we will bring Indy on board, and then Indy will do his set. And then what we will do after that is I will stop my broadcast. However, I'm going to stop my local recording, and the only reason I'm doing that is because Shadowed Mage is going to be able to broadcast directly, and it is officially part of ArvCon. So do not be like, it's on this channel, he's going to be broadcasting on my channel, so it's going to be here, so nobody leave, is what I'm saying, because we're going to be continuing on with this. We've had multiple raids today. The turnout has been great. I love it, and I want that to continue. We're very proud of the channel. We're very proud of what we do here, and proud of this all stuff. So that's going to be really, really awesome. Your sister survived due to her treatment. And I also want to say that also, as EA says, I also know a number of people. Little Red Dot, for example, a lot of people will be familiar with here, is a childhood cancer survivor. So we're also talking about survivors of cancer, not just people that we lost, but people that have survived directly in some cases due to the research done by Damon Runyon. So this is a serious organization that does serious work and does so in a way that I just find very inspiring. And so I hope that people will jump on board for that. All right. So I am going to cancel. I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to go get everything captured that I need to get captured. And then I will be back to you folks in just a little bit with the first part of our concert. Let's go, which will feature Kilgore, Trout, and then Indy. Please do not leave. Please do not go anywhere, but please do spread the word, let people know, and let's get people in here for the greatness of music to benefit a great cause. Once again, thank you again to the members of By the Dice Roll for their amazing work just now. Really loved playing with them and really loved the donations that we got. It was great. And yeah, now it's on to the music portion. So hold tight, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay. People should be able to hear me now. I think, chat, can we confirm? Can we confirm that I am audible? Can I be confirmed that that I can be heard now? Hopefully, yes. Audio is good. Great. All right, so we're going to stop the recording for a minute.